Welcome back again. In the previous video, we implemented one-to-one unidirectional mapping step by step. Now in this video, we're going to take it one step further. We'll convert our mapping into bidirectional one-to-one. Now see my screen carefully. In the last video, when we fetched employee details, we actually fired two queries. One query to fetch employee, another query to fetch bank detail. And yes, technically, we could fetch both using a single left join. So the question is, can we configure Spring Data JPA in such a way that it automatically fetches bank detail along with employee? Now see this carefully. In our current setup, employee does not know anything about bank detail. But bank detail knows about employee. So technically, the relationship exists. But only in one direction. Now the question is, can we tell Spring, whenever I fetch employee, also fetch its bank detail? The answer is yes. But for that, we must also need to define some relationship inside the employee entity. Alright, let's do it step by step. See my screen carefully. Inside the employee entity, first we declare a bank detail object. But just declaring the object is not enough. We must tell Spring that this is a one-to-one relationship. So yes, we add the @one-to-one annotation here as well. But here comes the important part. This side is not the owning side. The foreign key exists in the bank_detail table. So bank detail is the owning side. That means inside employee, we must use the mappedBy attribute. Now what does mappedBy mean? It tells JPA. This relationship is already managed on the other side. In our case, bank detail is managing the relationship. Now the important question. What should be the value of mappedBy? Its value is the name of the exact field in the owning entity that maps the relationship. In our case, the owning entity is bank detail. See this carefully. In the bank detail entity, we defined private employee. So the field name is employee. So in the employee entity, we need to pass the exact same field name. Alright, mapping is done. Now open employee service. Look at this carefully. Earlier, in unidirectional mapping, we were fetching bank detail separately. Now things have changed. Our mapping is no longer unidirectional. It's bidirectional. That means employee also has a reference to bank detail. Earlier, only bank detail knew about employee. Now both entities know about each other. So what does this change? It changes how we fetch data. Earlier, when we fetched an employee, it had no idea about bank detail. That's why we had to manually call bank detail repository to fetch bank details separately. But now it knows. So we can directly access bank detail from employee entity. Alright, follow my screen carefully. It's done. Now let's start the application again. Now hit the Get API. See, we got the proper response with bank detail included. That clearly means the employee entity now knows about bank detail. And why is that happening? Because we defined the relationship as bidirectional. Earlier, only bank detail knew about employee. Employee had no idea about bank detail. So we had to manually fetch bank details. Now, bank detail knows employee. Employee also knows bank detail. That's bidirectional mapping. Now check the console. See that JPA used a left join query. That's very important. Earlier, in unidirectional mapping, we were firing two separate queries. One for employee, one for bank detail. But now, since the mapping is bidirectional, and employee has a relationship defined, JPA understands the association properly. So it generates a single query with left join to fetch both employee and bank detail together. This is more efficient. And this is exactly what we wanted. Now observe this carefully. We are getting a Stack Overflow error when printing employee or bank detail. Why is this happening? Because now the relationship is bidirectional. Let's understand what's going on internally. Employee contains bank detail object and bank detail contains employee object. Now imagine what happens when you print the object. When you print employee, it tries to print bank detail. Then bank detail tries to print employee. Then employee tries to print bank detail again. And this continues infinitely. This infinite loop causes the Stack Overflow error. This is not a JPA bug. This happens because of recursive object references during printing or JSON serialization. Earlier, in unidirectional mapping, only one side had the reference. So no circular call happened. But now, since both sides reference each other, we created a circular dependency. Alright, that's it for today. We successfully converted our one-to-one mapping from unidirectional to bidirectional. We understood owning side versus inverse side, what mappedBy really means, how JPA generates left join queries, and why circular references can cause Stack Overflow error. This is real-world JPA behavior. If this video helped you understand bidirectional mapping clearly, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next upload. In the next video, we'll discuss cascading in one-to-one mapping. That's where we'll simplify save and delete operations even more. See you in the next one.